You've got some interesting endings to your relationships.
I've only had 2 relationships.
Yeah, and they both ended interestingly. So be careful, Miss Grandma.
That's not nice.
You know what the other thing I'm thinking of is with your luck with women.
Have you guys ever seen
too long ago that you told me about that ended before it could even begin? Do you remember when we were playing Rainbow?
Oh my!
Have you guys?
Yeah.
Well, so real quickly, have you guys seen Fairly Odd Parents?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to. There was like a character in that show. His ex-girlfriend was. Resembled Jane Leno's character specifically.
It's not the Crimson Chin.
What? Plead the fifth.
What is he saying? Shit.
Back to the story, Dan. This don't
right here.
Best.
It came out
Heart.
It came out.
Heart.
Don't. I need to stop. Actually, I need to stop. Don't say this, but don't pick up women at a bar. It's not good.
Oh, that's where you got her.
I met.
And you.
No. The girl.
So yeah, I don't know this story. What is this?
So I was at a bar a couple 6 months ago, probably.
Couple 6 months.
Yeah, couple 6.
A couple 6 months, though, like several, like a 6, 12, 18.
No,
deal?
6 months. 6 months.
Yeah, like, give me a few 6-monthers.
Six months ago, and met this girl. Like, we saw each other? We thought we were both attractive. But she was attractive. But she was attractive. That's pretty much what it was because we didn't talk that night.
You want to join?
Like a charm.
Everything is with him. It's so fucking straightforward.
And like we didn't really talk because she like was there with her friend for her birthday, and she's like, "Oh, like just take my number. You know, I really feel like talking. I want to hang out with my friend." I
got
cool.
PP. You got the other thing.
Yeah,
let's do this.
You know, we'll figure that out later. So the next day we're texting, and everything seems pretty normal. Except she's like oddly aggressive. Like really, like I don't when I text, I don't.
Like aggressive how? Like wanting answers
no,
or
like I'll get to. So like I don't text. Sorry. I don't text and like pay attention to what I'm texting that much. I'll be honest. I'm a lazy texter.
You're a boy and you have you have always been known to be a terrible speller.
Yeah, I'm a terrible speller. Yeah. But I also like just don't care about my texting.
Right. Like, but also you can't spell.
I also can't spell.
Right.
So and she's getting very mad at my messed up text. Like weirdly upset.
Like, just that you misspelled, or?
Yeah, she's like, can you care a little bit more about your text?
Ooh.
This is the first
I told him about that, actually, remember? He had his issues with texting, too.
So, like, this is the first day we're texting, though. Little guys. But other than that, pretty normal.
It was, her crazy factor wasn't above the hotness factor to where you were done?
At that point she was still better looking than when she was crazy.
Right. I have a feeling not for long.
Oh, no, not for long. And actually there were multiple red flags before I even finally did.
What was the other one? She had a penis?
No, she was getting divorced.
Oh, God. You knew this already?
She was in the middle of a divorce.
What's with you and older women again?
This was 21. She was
21
divorced.
So keep her.
Yeah. But for some reason, again, that wasn't a red flag to stop. 2 days, and like I'm still willing to go to dinner with this girl. Some of the texts are gonna be. Again, there's like a few more. Like again, that's another red flag, and they're weirdly aggressive. So it took 3 days for me to never want to talk to this girl again.
Oh wow. Okay.
So the third day comes around, and we text, good morning, like how's it going?
Oh wow.
And I was like, I'm about to head to the gym, and she says, I'm having a girls' day with my friend. I was like, cool. So you don't think you're not gonna be texting that much? Because we're both doing our own things. I don't text while I'm at the gym.
Right, and you've barely met this bitch. You met her at the bar, and you didn't even really spend that night together. Yeah, what the fuck is the deal here?
Exactly. This girl was ready for me to marry her.
Well, clearly she's married and divorced already.
She
at 21.
So at the gym, she like sent me a snap, and I didn't respond. Again, I literally told her I don't text when I'm at the gym. Like,
well, to get like that, you don't do much but pump at the gym.
So she got really upset, and
I didn't respond to the snap.
Really, yes, really. She texted me. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm at the gym." She's like, "Send me a picture."
Oh no!
And I was like, of myself. And she goes, "Yeah, I want to know where you are."
Bitch, what?
3 days. Oh, it gets worse. 3 days. I was like, oh, I even apologized, like, oh, sorry, like, I didn't know you'd be this upset. And she's like, honestly, Kai, are you even this interested in me?
No!
And I was like,
I'm not!
And then, so, I'm in the car with my buddy, and she's like, dude, you gotta let her have it. Like,
the D?
No, like, you gotta fuck with this girl.
I know.
And she's like, well, what do you have me in your phone saved as?
Oh, tell her like hearts.
No, I said her fucking name. I was like, I don't know your name. And she goes, is that all I am to you? Wow, basic.
I love
so then she have you saved?
No, she didn't. She didn't. She had me saved as only my number. I asked her. Oh, that was another thing. I had my red receipts off. Like,
she was pissed about that.
And she's like, why do you have your red receipts off? And I was like, I have them off for everyone. And she's like, I'm not everyone. This girl thought nuts. Like, this girl was fucking crazy.
Was she a smoke show?
Yeah. Oh, you can send a screenshot.
How to do it.
I didn't know. I said I didn't know how to turn. I fucked with her. I said I didn't know how to turn on red receipts.
Fuck yes.
So she sent a screenshot tutorial on how to turn on red receipts.
Hell yes.
This is 3 days, and I've had a personal conversation with her all of 2 minutes.
Do you love her?
I do. I miss her every day.
Oh my god. So go on.
No, that's about. I think that's pretty. But yeah.
So then you stopped.
Oh, so then after the basic, that's all I am. Do you buy? I stopped responding because this girl is obviously insane.
Yeah.
2 hours or like an hour later, I get a text from her saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was being a little dramatic. I didn't mean what I was saying." Yeah, she got left on red. I turned them on. I turned on the red receipts and I left them on red. So she knew I read them.
And then that's it. Or
then
sounds like she wanted to hit you up a few more times.
No, she didn't hit me a few more times. She was mad at me though. I got blocked.
Oh wow.
On Instagram, and I think we were friends on like Facebook already. I don't know why. She wanted it to be very public already that we were in 3 days and 2 minutes of conversation.
Wow.
She really thought I was the one.
Dude, wow.
I have picked some keepers.
The bar, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I'll do it to you. You have stories like this?
No.
No crazy ones?
No. I don't mess with anyone crazy.
I don't know. You have a few crazy. Different crazy.
Yeah, different. Different strain.
My crazy is always very dramatic.
Your crazy's like the typical, like, when you think of, like, a crazy woman.
Yeah.
It's
who I pick up.
Yeah. Because honestly...
Would she, like, bust open your back window or something?
Like her?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes,
yeah, she would.
That's exactly
That's the
what
type of person she'd be. What was she like?
That's a level I've got.
Would
she get, like, super clean?
Because she was like that,
crazy
too.
shit through text?
She was
3 days
She was very clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. And then,
but yeah, 3 whole days. I couldn't believe it. Me and my buddy, we were sitting there, and we were dying.
This was a couple 6 months ago, right?
A couple 6 months ago. Yeah. multiple 6 months ago.
A couple packs of 6 months ago.
That is funny.
I remember she was like even mad at me because like because she was friends with one of my friends. Like we were friends with mutual. She's like, why did you just walk up to yourself? Because I was like, I'm not just gonna walk up to a girl and be like, hey, let's talk right now. Like, it's rude. And she was mad that I didn't do that. But again, she was getting divorced at the age of 21.
I think for everyone here's sake, you should have bit the bullet and let us meet this bitch. At least once. Imagine, she would have been all for it. If you would have invited her to a family party early,
she would have.
She would have been there in a second.
Yeah.
And we could have had a blast. We could all have a story about this, bro.
Oh, some of my coworkers said, dude, keep her around.
That's what I'm saying.
They said keep her around
for our sake.
Just for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They said just keep her around for 2 weeks.
Yeah, look what she did in 3 days.
That's a story. She could give you life stories.
She would have been asking for kids.
She would have been a great lay, I bet.
That's what every single person said.
Yeah, a great layer
of bricks.
Concrete.
No, I was truly terrified for this because she knew where I worked. I swear I thought she was going to come.
Yeah.
And
finish.
Come to my work and like try to talk.
Come and finish.
Well, you guys both like looked
Well, his foot was.
There's like I was feeling this cord, whatever. You know what? Just don't.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, you just riggedied my foot,
I
man.
just pushed his toes in more. You know, like in his foot more, so they're not as long.
And then broke the toenails too.
Oh, by the way, I saw a video on Facebook today. It was like, some dude was getting a long fingernail massage on his head. This bitch had fingernails that ones that start curling.
Nails are
and
not.
it's literally this dude's bald head, and she's
Oh, bald. It feels even worse.
Nails.
It's like a
and
scratch.
you see this bitch's nails just going. And I was
super
like,
long
"Ugh."
nails are just not. Even like decently long, I just can't. Like.
So you weren't interested in getting that done, do you?
No, but I was like, why is it on my thing? And this thing's boing, 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 boing.
Was that the noise?
Yeah, it was like a casino.
Oh my god!
Right
and
now.
you like long nailed.
Cats.
You like the musical Cats?
No, I've never seen it.
Why?
I feel like I haven't seen any musicals. Have you seen a lot of
Do you
musicals?
remember when your brother was obsessed with seeing Wicked live?
Yeah, he finally
on
did.
Broadway?
He loves.
It was like a
He
light
loves
bulb.
musicals.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a light
I have no
bulb.
problem. with them.
Wicked was very good.
I thought Cats.
I've heard
haven't
Wicked's
seen
great.
Wicked.
I've never seen it.
I've seen Cats through like on TV, like a special.
Yeah.
I thought it was good, but he was like obsessed.
It really was. It was like a life goal.
Memories.
Oh, moonlight. That's Cats.
I know the song from.
But it's a bunch of cats.
Right.
And then like they dance.
It's like alley cats.
Dance and singing. They do a little dance and they sang. They sang while they danced.
I know what a musical is.
It's a little sing and dance.
Sang and dancing.
Singing and dancing.
Song and movement.
Mike, stop.
Moving song.
What's he doing?
I don't know. Just nothing.
Oh, you're trying to stop me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Incorrect. You will not stop me.
You can't.
Every time his hand moves, I'm terrified.
And that is what we've tried to accomplish. Again, your comfortability is not.
It's at.
What is he doing? Your comfortability is not our goal.
It's at an all-time.
I want you to kind of like
I'm
there's
terrified.
nothing over in that corner, but I want you to look over there. You know?
Right.
Like, oh shit, something.
The attacks should come from anywhere.
Anywhere.
That should be his role, just doing weird stuff that no one can see.
Him being himself. Is
Yeah,
weird
him
enough.
sitting on that couch is more than enough of an issue for us.
Is that
Yeah.
considered a couch?
As its current state, yeah.
Sure.
It's a day bed.
The bed. It's the bed.
The bed.
The bears.
I'm trying to think if I have any more crazy women's story. I don't think
Sorry,
so.
it's just really hot, so
It is.
I kind of like my brain's shut off.
Yeah. We can
What
wrap
else
it
are we
up.
talking about? Cats. Oh, your
Yeah.
musical Cats.
We're at 90 minutes. So
90.
Yeah, that's a long one.
How many is that?
it's 90 more than
Wrong.
zero.
Idiot. Oh, so
Oh yeah, Dan had some notes.
well, I just wanted to, your favorite actor might get cast as Batman.
Oh. No, Robert Pattinson should not be bad.
Pattinson.
Pattinson. Not-
How do you say his name
not-
wrong?
Because it's not...
He said it
He's
worse
not
earlier.
relevant.
Yeah, he was like Pappy Vasoni.
I rather enjoy when they cast a good person for superhero movies than
He
just
might be
isn't.
great. I hope he's.
I
great.
can't see it.
I hope
I
he's great. I
can't
don't
see that
know.
being good.
I really don't think it's gonna happen.
I mean, it's definitely like a.
we went with Ben Affleck.
The other...
What the
I don't know the other guy's name.
See, that's the thing,
I
like
see
Ben.
him far better as a Bruce Wayne than...
Oh, the
if
the
guy-
the other guy.
yeah, the guy who plays-
the guy who plays Beast in
Yeah.
the recent X-Men's. Yeah, I don't know. It's not official. At least I don't think. But
I think it is.
Is
From what I
because I think I saw it was saying that like he was the front runner, but then like
seemed like it was a.
the
I
other
guess
guy,
I also haven't really watched a lot of movies with him besides in Twilight.
Hey, and Twilight's
I don't think
good.
I've ever seen.
I mean, yeah, it's
Twilight.
not that Twilight's
But
bad.
like that's just not the type
It's-
of role we need Batman.
I saw him
Yeah.
as Cedric Diggory.
See, and
He
I've
got murdered.
also seen him as Cedric. I feel like I've only seen him in high school role, like when he's playing like a high schooler. That's what he is in Twilight.
Do you think Hogwarts is a high school?
They're around the age of high school.
Yeah.
Sure.
True.
So it sounds like
Humans.
he is it.
He
and
is it?
4 hours ago, fans are petitioning to remove him from the Batman.
Oh.
Pros and cons.
Everybody's
Now is that the Batman that's connected to the
Josh
whole
Gad?
DC universe?
Josh Gad is eyed to play
'Cause-
Penguin.
I mean, honestly, the DC movie
and
universe,
another guy. I don't know who the other guy was.
The DC movieverse just needs a lot, just redo the whole thing.
I mean, other than the Dark Knight, like
they've had nothing.
I saw Justice League.
I thought Justice League was horrible.
Meh. I haven't seen Aquaman. I haven't seen Wonder Woman.
Aquaman was good.
I haven't seen Aquaman.
Aquaman was good. The others suck.
I thought Wonder Woman was okay.
I liked Aquaman. I liked Jason Momoa as Aquaman. But, like, the Justice League story, I was just like, the whole time, like, when's Superman gonna come help everybody?
Well, yeah, and it's like, that was a terrible...
Like
that story was terrible.
Superman, like, he's cool, but, like...
He's such a crutch.
He's such a crutch.
Yeah, it's just like, he's super powerful. Like.
But then I was supposed to believe that, like, Batman, like...
Can help them. Can like,
be
on the same tier as him.
Yeah. At some point. I'm like, what?
Nicholas Hoult is the other one they're looking at.
Which is why I think Marvel has done so much better than that. Because the Hulk is so much stronger than the rest of them, but he doesn't seem so much stronger.
The thing you saw was that guy, Beast, he's being eyed as Penguin.
Oh.
Him and Josh Gad.
I don't see him being Penguin.
Yeah.
I don't see that being a very good Penguin.
Yeah, Danny DeVito's Penguin.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what Penguin looks like.
The issue, I think they chose a shit story for Justice League. Mm-hmm. They use, is it, no, I can't remember, and I've read the shit. Is it Batman Returns where he's the old, the comic I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it is Batman Returns.
The old Bruce Wayne as Ben Affleck was just stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
I think,
it's all done badly.
And what I say is, and like we talked about with the power gap between all the heroes and that is so visible.
Yeah.
In Marvel, I feel like it's much less. Even Black Widow seems like she can help in Marvel.
Yeah.
But Batman seems like a piece of tissue floating through the wind.
Well, he's both. I think he's like he fluctuates.
He's either or.
It's like he's supposed to be like can compete with Superman, but then he's like can't. It's like what the fuck is kind of going on?
DC just has some stuff they just
need to figure some.
The problem and the thing is, you got Marvel that's killing it.
Oh yeah,
and like when you think about it,
slowing down either.
But when you think about it, like the three biggest characters comic book before is Batman, Superman, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and those, well, honestly, all three of them now aren't really up there. Spider-Man's getting there, but the other two are just getting drugged through the dirt.
Well, this is also the best Spider-Man.
Spider-Man went through a few.
I'm a huge Andrew Garfield fan.
I thought Andrew Garfield did better than Tobey.
Toby sucked.
Toby was horrible, and everyone hates me for saying it.
Toby's trash.
Sorry to the world. Toby was a terrible Spider-Man.
Right, but that's the only reason people like it, because the original. I do like Tom.
I think Tom is slightly better than Andrew, but I think Andrew is better than Toby.
Well, because Tom is the comic book boyish, super excited. Like, I mean, if you're
a 16-year-old with superpowers.
Young, yeah. So that's what's cool about him. Andrew was just like dope. I loved his story and just all of it.
The issue is like you had to try to believe. You try to believe like he was a nerd, but like he was also like a cool guy. You know? Like Peter Parker's supposed to be a nerd, but like when Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker was just like a cool guy still.
Yeah, but Tom's pretty cool.
No, he still gets like treated like.
I think he's true. He's cool just because of Marvel. I feel like.
Yeah, from our perspective, he comes off as cool. Where it's like to everybody else, you know, to some people he's still like a dweeb in high school.
Yeah. Which, as we discussed, I don't want to spoilers. They've got some answering to do in this next Spider-Man.
True. Which I haven't seen Endgame, so.
Yeah. I can't believe 50% of this room hasn't seen the biggest movie ever.
I just haven't. It's gotten to the point where I have to go by myself.
I went by myself.
I want to go
at 6:30 in the morning.
Well, I was going to one day. I almost bought my ticket. I got a call like 5 minutes before.
You've seen everything else, right?
Yeah, I've seen everything else. And that was another thing. I had not seen Ant-Man and Wasp.
And the Wasp.
And Wasp. not the best. That was kind of a weak movie.
I didn't like it.
I thought it was really
I
bad.
mean, it's
compared
I need to
Ant-Man.
watch it again because I was like sleeping through it.
It's a decent.
It put me to
part
sleep.
of the plot. For...
It put me.
Yeah,
to
there
sleep.
was a
Endgame.
decent needed for Endgame.
Yeah, well, that's what I've also. That's why I was glad I didn't see Endgame because I was told you need to see Ant-Man
yeah,
and
you
Wasp.
missed some stuff from that.
Yeah.
And that's why. I also heard you needed to see there were 2 movies you needed to see before you saw Avengers. Captain Marvel. Yeah. And I hadn't seen Captain Marvel yet. Which
I don't think you need. Well,
did you like Captain Marvel?
I liked Captain Marvel.
I hated Captain Marvel.
Really? Why?
Because those aren't the Skrulls. The Skrulls aren't good people. I don't like how they changed it up. I get where they were going with it, but
I just thought it was a good movie. And
it's a good
of
movie.
the like that verse. Like I did like honestly Wonder Woman though.
I liked Wonder Woman too.
Yeah.
I guess the comic book nerd in me didn't like Captain Marvel, but the person who likes a movie, it's a good movie.
I thought it was a good movie.
It's a good movie.
I don't know
I
don't know the comic. So.
The Skrulls are evil people.
I don't know who the Skrulls are in that movie.
The guys who they're hunting, pretty much. The one they're supposed to be the bad guys in the beginning, but then I might be saying the name.
Oh,
they're supposed to be, but they turn out to be the good guys. Spoiler alert, sorry. But yeah,
no, but they're bad at the end. Oh no, her
people
yes,
are bad, and that is just not the truth. So I guess the comic book nerd in me really had some issues with it, but the moviegoer in me thought it was a good.
Yeah, because I thought the movie was
well-made movie.
Yeah, the movie was very dope.
Yeah,
her part in Endgame I hated. I
didn't have a problem with it. I also never saw Captain.
Well,
Marvel
it was non-existent.
Oh.
She was there.
Not really.
She showed up.
Well,
the one thing she did in the beginning, I predicted before the movie started, which was, I mean, it's not like it's a super. It's easy. You know exactly what she's gonna do. He probably knows. It's literally. It's not crazy. She's the one that brings Tony back because in the previews for all the movies, you see him like making the message like.
That would make sense.
I only have 12 hours of air left.
Yeah.
And she's coming from space. And she brings
Tony get back?
Right, and you know Tony's in the movie, so I'm like, guess what? She's going to bring Tony in. That's going to be her big thing. And then...
I did find that very weird in the trailer. That they made it seem like his life was on the line, but then also made it very abundantly clear he was a large part of the movie.
Well, I mean, it was still, but yeah, it was a very, like you said, it was very obvious that it wasn't going to be, like, dead in space.
Yeah, no.
Like, and her role, that was honestly that was.
Marvel.
I know the other thing, but that was like the biggest thing she did in that fucking movie. And then they did the other thing where she's around that round table and with Thor or whatever, which I like that part. And then she's just fucking gone.
Yeah, I don't know. The only
because in the comic book, like I said, she's an integral part.
She's a huge. Well, she's by far the strongest Avenger at this point.
Right, she's the Superman.
She is Captain Marvel is the Superman of pretty much
of Marvel.
Yes, and I don't know. Again, the comic book the Infinity War, based off the comics, this is nothing like the comics. So like, I already had I have to look at it from
Adam Warlock's the other one that's huge in that.
I don't even care. Is he in Endgame or do they no?
No,
he's
in Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Yeah. When we head on downstairs,
they mentioned it. Oh,
she's
final
looking at that like weird. Gold thing.
That
Adam or whatever.
Oh, okay. Him. I do know that he's. Yeah. Well, also, I mean, it's
those two and Thor basically win the Infinity War for them.
Well, because in the real comic, they don't have access to Silver Surfer, who is a huge part in the Infinity Gauntlet's comic book. Which is why the fact that I wish they would have done so much better with Fantastic Four. So
that most recent one?
Sony needed to give up Fantastic Four so long ago.
That's so trash. Yeah, they're huge in...
Not giving up that.
Well, Fantastic Four is huge in Marvel.
Yeah, they are.
They're huge.
The fact that Marvel doesn't have access to the Fantastic Four is even a bigger deal that they don't have access to...
Fox has them, I think.
Yeah, Fox has them.
Yeah.
I would almost say it's almost a bigger deal that they don't have the Fantastic Four than they do the X-Men. Even though the X-Men have way more people.
Yeah.
because the Fantastic Four is a huge part in most
That
comic
new
books.
fucking Scarlet Witch movie looks dope though. She's dope.
She finally does it because she is such a cool character.
Yeah,
in
that's what I'm saying.
They say she's like the strongest.
Oh yeah.
Character in Marvel. Like it's argued that she
In
is
history.
one of the in history.
She's
of
stronger
comics.
than Goku.
What about Captain Marvel?
It's a different type of.
Yeah.
So she can like bend reality to her.
Yeah.
Like her mind. There's
Whereas like Captain Marvel's like physically
power-wise,
power-wise, physically gifted. But like there's a storyline, there's a comic book storyline where Scarlet Witch gets rid of 90% of mutants with like a snap of her finger. She dreams it, and then 90% of mutants are dead.
Oh shit!
Like so, that's like
It's a fuck right.
yeah. She doesn't.
I mean, there's also a Hulk comic where
he kills everyone.
he kills everyone.
There's a few. There's a few.
He
comic
gets
books
so
where
enraged and strong, and
it's
kills
after the Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Comic.
World War.
Well, there's
World War
there's
Hulk,
a ton of different like storylines.
Yeah, there's some,
they picked the Infinity Gauntlet. They just didn't have access to everything, and also
not
didn't
having
use everything because the Adam Warlock thing. I'm trying to figure out how that all.
Especially because they already introduced it.
Yeah, like he was like that
doesn't make sense. If
he was
wasn't-
recognized
if he wasn't in it, if he's already recognized, if he's not in it, that makes no sense. Because again, Doctor
I think
Strange.
they didn't want to introduce because they would have to introduce those two because she honestly wasn't fucking used. She was off getting a dyke spike.
Yeah, I don't
She
get
get a
why they
haircut.
wouldn't.
She did get a haircut.
She did get a haircut. I saw that she got.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
That's what she went and did.
She was finding the best barber in the universe.
There we go. I mean, hey, that's a hard thing to do sometimes, man.
Jesus.
It makes me.
How do you look at yourself?
It makes me angry, man.
But,
Pissed I got him an umbrella yesterday.
You got a what?
I'm pissed I got him that umbrella yesterday.
Oh, fork knife. Oh, speaking of video games, Minecraft 10 years.
Yeah,
We used to play that a lot.
You
I mean, we
should-
had channels.
I was
You
so
two did.
bad. At
You two
I don't
played
know
before
why
me.
you guys let me think I was good at that game. Why we let a 12-year-old
build
who
really
had
good.
no creative spirit whatsoever.
Well, you don't have to be creative. You could just be survival. But yeah, you played in a creative way.
Well, I didn't want to
And
play.
you thrived.
I didn't want to play survival alone. That was the thing. Like I
You
didn't.
thrived.
I wanted to play with you guys, but survival was. I mean, it was kind of fun, but also very boring.
Did you
Well, it
see-
was just too.
Well, for Xbox, it was too
time
early.
consuming.
Did you see
bro.
that guy who, like, not too long ago, maybe like a month ago, his 5-year-long hardcore mode character died.
Jesus.
He
One
went
life.
5 year.
He went 5 years.
No way.
And he finally died.
How did he die? Creeper?
He got tossed off.
No fucking
Oh, God,
way.
he got tossed off something.
Yeah, like he went to like he was hitting like this thing and like something exploded and it pushed him off, and
Oh
it
my-
killed him.
That'd be enough. That'd be enough to make you break an Xbox or a computer or something.
And then like he has a highlight of like he's like how to get a heart attack through Minecraft and like it's times
Yeah.
where he almost died in it. But yeah, he went 5
5
years,
jeez.
and now he's part of like the game. Like you know how they always had a little yellow thing that would say random things, and it says his name, so and so had a good run
Oh, that's kind of cool.
because he went on for 5 years and it was crazy. So the other thing they did, well that doesn't really, but 10 years what they did is they announced Minecraft Earth, which is like Pokemon Go,
Oh,
but Minecraft.
Wow, what do you do with
What
that?
do you
So
do I have to go around? Do
There's
I
a
just go
trailer.
around breaking people's houses?
So there's a trailer, but basically, so that's the new thing. It's like there's Pokemon Go, there's the Harry Potter one, Wizards Unite coming out, and then there's Minecraft Earth. There's no like announcement of like when it's coming out, just that it's in development. And the trailer, it shows what it looks like, and from what I read, is like they show people holding up their phones, and then like there's like
Creeper?
towers on top of.
Oh God.
Like you can build stuff, and there's like a person at a table, and like in front of them is a little city that they built. And from what I read, it sounds like you can like build stuff with your friends through this app into your real life, like through the phone or whatever, and then you can like make them full size when you go out around the city.
That's crazy.
And then there's gonna
crazy.
be like creepers and like chickens and stuff. But it sounds like that part of it is more collectible, almost like a Pokemon Go-ish.
Okay, you have to. So
like you find them.
You find a creeper.
You find them and you like, oh hey, I found one.
Yeah.
And I collect them. Like, hey guys, I found a creeper.
What did you get from creepers? Gunpowder.
Yeah, stuff
gunpowder
like
was creepers.
And then for the building aspect, it's gonna be like literally like you could build like a little miniature one over like, so I have like a little building that I built that I could see through my phone on my own table.
Okay.
And then you could go out into the world and make it like huge. So like when you're looking through your phone, it looks like it's a full house size.
Apps are crazy.
I'm reading what happened with this guy.
With the 5 years, dude?
Apparently, and there's a video here, and apparently it's pretty bad. So his name's Philza.
Yeah, Philza, that's it.
So apparently it's a mixture, they say, of bad luck and poor decision making, and it's on camera. Basically, he's running around with something called, I don't know. He's wearing some wings. I don't know what they do.
Yeah,
but because of it, he can't wear armor.
I don't know.
And has his fire sword on, which lights enemies on fire. He's in a cavern. No. He's in a cavern and he gets cornered and a baby zombie runs at him.
Oh, yes, this is...
He lights it, he hits it, it lights on fire and it's slowly burning him to death. And he's almost dead and he's running away and he gets taken down by a spider.
Yes, that's how he died. Because the thing I saw, that was the heart attack thing that I saw. Where something blew up, shot him off a ledge, and he landed on the ledge, a different ledge that was almost off the world.
I think you've shown me that video. I think you
that shit's crazy. And then he started a new one. And
God, could you imagine
he died
starting
in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
To a glitch.
Oh, to a glitch?
It glitched him on this block, and it just killed him. Like, him just standing there.
5 years. And then... Well, that was another reason I didn't play Survival on Xbox. Because when it came out on Xbox, Survival was nothing. Because there was no reason to play Survival. I couldn't build...
There wasn't an end game.
Because there was an end game. There wasn't there wasn't an ender. All there was you survive. You camped. It was virtual camping.
Yeah, you just live.
you just live.
Yeah, you just live.
Now I'm sure if I went back, you could do a full survival mode in.
Apparently that guy has a bunch of good builds too.
There's a ton of.
Oh, I mean, after 5 years, you'd have to think there'd.
Well, he makes like.
He does like creative.
Yeah, if you see like, there's a guy named Etho, and he's got so many videos.
Dude.
And he builds these contraptions. The stuff in the game is
it's
remarkable. It's remarkable at this point.
Remember, just as we were ending, they had the texture packs on Xbox.
Yeah.
And
now it's we ended when it was like really kind of just starting to get like crazy.
I remember I tried to learn. Since I couldn't build for anything, I would watch YouTube videos on redstone. So I started doing weird redstone builds. I remember I did my own. Didn't you have to do like an enchanting table?
I think
and like you had to put libraries. You had to put books around it.
Yeah.
And I remember I built like my own like redstone wired books thing. It looked horrible, but it worked, and I was impressed with myself. It was like the one good thing I did well in that.
Take advantage of your
situations. I would watch tutorials on how to like make my own things, and then like, or I mean, not make my own thing, but make my version of it. But there's people who could like,
So they're doing a Pokemon Go type.
It looks like that's gonna be like the wave of the future. Is these they're not VR, they're AR.
Augmented reality.
Yeah, these AR games.
I wonder if they'll have a sex
one. I didn't really get
one.
into Pokemon Go. A sex one?
I was into it hard. For like the first month.
I was into it about a couple 6 months ago.
Well, now there's how many generations are they?
That's when I kind of got back in
now?
because they started adding more, and I was like, I want to get some bad bitches.
I think they're 4 generations deep now.
I think you might be right, but
I
thought it was
someone's never
3.
Played it apparently. I didn't get into it.
I
but
know
no,
they weird amount of things that I have never gotten into.
They are definitely like kind of deep into it. So yeah, and then the Harry Potter one is going to come out.
I've barely even heard of that one. I don't know much about that.
It's where like so basically the premise of that one is you are a wizard who needs to keep the Muggle world safe from the secrets.
You're a wizard, Dan.
Yeah, basically, and you're like things are getting out in the world that you need to stop. Like so.
So is it kind of like a Fantastic Beasts type of situation?
Similar. It's like, hey, we can't let everybody, like, all these...
know about this.
Regular humans know what's going on, so that's, like, how the game is. But yeah, so it looks like AR is just like everyone's just like, all right, get an AR game out there.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go is huge now. We gotta get ours, and
I can't exactly
then eventually you're
tell
gonna
where.
oversaturate the market, and it's gonna be like, okay,
Yeah,
everybody's got.
I don't think that will last very. I don't think this will, because
the Minecraft one. I mean, that's the thing is.
I don't think Minecraft one will take off. I don't see that taking off.
I think it could, just because it has a unique.
Yeah.
Is Minecraft even that big
Depending
anymore?
on. It's actually.
It's getting
It's
getting big again.
There's videos that like for some reason it just started getting big again.
Because there was a time on YouTube that's all it was.
Oh,
Gaming was only what could you do in Minecraft?
Dominated.
yeah.
Because everybody could play it. That's how it's like Fortnite.
And
Yeah,
it was a game anyone could be good at.
Well, it was free.
And everybody could play.
Was it free on PC? We had to pay for it. I thought it was free on PC.
I think it was cheap.
Whatever, it was
not
$20.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't like a full $60 game.
But since Game of Thrones ended today, what's next? We were talking a little bit earlier about sitcoms and those.
What's the next show?
What's
yeah,
next?
what's
big
next?
show?
Just fucking. I mean, because it's coming.
I know.
Oh yeah, there always will be. But
is Watchmen already out on HBO or is
No,
it coming out?
It's coming out.
well, that's the thing.
That could be something.
Looks weird.
Does HBO
Doesn't
get
look
the
as-
next show too?
Watch-
And it
I mean,
seems
they
like
had Sopranos.
They're gonna have.
Yeah, they would have. Well,
Something's got to come though. Like we had Breaking Bad.
because we were also talking.
well, HBO can bring those shows that
Big
other
Bang
places
Theory's
can't.
done. Number one.
That's what I was
sitcom.
saying. We were talking
Yeah.
about earlier.
Yeah,
is,
go on. Big Bang Theory, Game of Thrones, both done.
The next big shows.
Game of Thrones, I had no issue. I mean,
Yeah,
you won't get
I
spoilers,
was-
but I'll just get that. I didn't have an issue with the ending.
I was pleasantly surprised.
I was pleasantly surprised.
I thought I was going to be quite upset.
but yeah, I
I
actually liked
agree
it.
with how it ended. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know what the next show is, and that's the thing. Is like, is it or is
Have you
Net-
guys watched
Netflix?
Chernobyl?
Seems like
The next.
No,
I
I
watched
want
the
to.
first episode.
I watched part of it.
I watched the first episode. Slow.
It's slow.
Slow.
Yeah.
Very interesting, but you need to be willing to give yourself that time. To get into
I don't
it.
know. I think I have this image in my head of Chernobyl as this like crazy huge event. It's not as big as like.
So I watched it with.
Because I googled
watched-
it and read all about it,
Yeah.
and like I was like, wait, I think like only like 7 people died from the initial like thing.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I
thought it
technically
was
don't
like-
even know what it is.
Well, it's
It wasn't like a radioactive.
It's
yeah,
it's a
I
radioactive
thought the.
building.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
just
still
explode.
is. There's still radioactive the entire area. You can't go there.
You can't go there.
Yeah,
So I thought because of that, it was like this huge.
that's what I thought it was.
The other thing is Chernobyl's
Same.
not even the closest fucking city.
No. There's like a small.
There's another city
Yeah.
closer that got like fucked up.
Well, yeah, I was expecting the same thing. For some reason, I was expecting pretty much acid rain to be
That's
falling
what I
on these
thought.
people. Like everyone's like, "I'm melt." Like
It's
stuff
terrible, but, like, I wanted that.
That's what I was
Yeah.
looking for too. But it was really just this like, oh, something went wrong.
It was a small explosion, and then one guy's like,
No, it
"No,
didn't,
it didn't
happen.
He's like, "No, it didn't. That's impossible." And the guy's like, "I saw it."
Yeah.
And he still doesn't believe it.
And
And
that's-
like they're walking around and like, yeah, there's like some little explosions and stuff, but like
Yeah, I was expecting
the
what
biggest
exact same
thing that's
just
come from it, I
burning everyone.
believe, is the children that are growing up. There's a high development of, I don't know what cancer it is, like pancreatic. I don't think it's pancreatic. There's a cancer that has come from it. That's like been the biggest thing. Aftermath from that.
I think we're getting ruined by that. What was that movie that was based off Chernobyl, where they went back to Chernobyl and it was like mutants attacking them?
Oh,
I think
where it's one of the.
Songs on Adult Swim. Where
It's-
Will Ferrell
no,
played
it
a
was-
guy.
It's one of the
No,
ones where it's like
no.
filmed like supposed to be
Yeah,
from
like
their own
film
home
from a camera, and like these people
Yeah.
are getting attacked by like motherfuckers crawling down
Well,
the
no,
floor
I mean
and
not even that
shit.
because I didn't see that, but I know what you're talking about. But like, I just thought it was this.
I thought it was something
huge
way
event.
more.
I
I thought it was something way more than just these people like, hey, something's wrong. We should probably figure it out.
Well, it
And
seems to be
just
this
complete
show
denial.
seems to be. I haven't watched much, but from that first
Very
scene,
educational.
well, that it seems to be there's something like they were covering stuff up too. It seems like
Yes.
because the other thing is it happened because I think I read it like they did like controlled, not explosions, but like controlled events, and that was one of them that like just went wrong.
Well, I watched some of the second episode too. I didn't watch the full second episode, and
See, I didn't even finish the first yet. I'm like, I think
so I
halfway.
don't know.
Maybe
I'm not doing
more.
any spoilers, but like you said, they were trying to hide stuff, and you learn even more about that in the second episode.
Because that's what it seemed like in the beginning.
It's
and that's
not. It's not totally important. I'll say it, but like Chernobyl was so in denial that Chernobyl was happening that the whole world knew that it was happening, even though Chernobyl was still denying it.
Well,
like that's how much they were trying to hide it.
Fucking the communist part of them was.
So,
I would guess.
But
why are you smirking?
Why are you still smirking?
Well,
what's the quote? Read
What's
it.
the quote?
Read it.
No matter how poor you think you are, if you have a warm butthole, you have a way to make some money.
Mike's quote of the day.
That's how he lives his life.
Yeah, that money maker he's got.
Bartending doesn't work out for you.
But I think the next big show will definitely come from HBO because what
not
HBO
necessarily any of those shows.
I mean,
Because
Netflix also.
Netflix is killing it. We have
But
Stranger
Netflix-
Things.
Here's the issue with Netflix.
Here's the other thing is it's all binging.
It's a different type of show. Exactly.
different.
It's poor quality, but you can watch the
Whoa.
whole. Netflix does not have the highest quality.
Stranger Things
Filming,
is huge.
I'm talking
Ozark?
I'm talking filming wise.
No, they're not there yet, but they have 4K. HBO is not even fucking 4K.
But I'm not the story. But how in depth HBO is, how in depth Game of Thrones is,
because
compared to how in depth Stranger Things is.
Well, the thing,
Not
bro,
that-
we're only
that's not that-
two seasons in.
Okay,
Chill.
not that Stranger Things isn't a great show. I've watched it too.
Yeah.
But you can't. I can binge watch Game of Thrones, but that's a lot of that's almost mental stress that you're strain you're putting.
So the thing is, Netflix is pumping out hundreds
go.
of shows, and HBO's like, I'm gonna master this one. So
my other
your next,
the thing I was getting,
the next
it was
big-
like a slow drip. So you get a show, an episode a week. Whereas
That's-
Netflix, it goes, hey, here it is, and it's almost a phenomenon, and it has time to die off.
Yeah.
Whereas almost Game of
it's not
Thrones,
helping them.
you get, when you get
Which
10
I like
episodes,
and I don't like.
yes,
That Netflix does, because I'm done in a weekend.
Oh, dude,
you could be done
which is
in a-
great,
you could be done in
but
a
then
day.
I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, you
I
can be
gotta
done in a
wait.
day.
I gotta fucking wait.
Well, that's the thing. They're just pumping out so many shows. You will get
The thing
10
is, they're
great
pumping
shows.
so many. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get 10 good shows
Very good
out
shows.
of Netflix. The next great show, like Game of Thrones, it has to come from something like HBO because
I can see that.
TBS will do a sitcom. Say something like TBS. They'll do the next good sitcom now that Big Bang is done.
Maybe.
or they do
'Cause
like
that's-
those
or
1 hour
Yeah.
like detective-y, like that's
There
the
you
thing
go.
is,
Those are good.
they're decent, but I don't think they have the. You need a whole new story.
But
No.
they're
the next-
all
Well,
kind
and think of the other.
The next show you are going to be emotional. Like people are emotionally attached to Game of Thrones.
Well, and think of the other two other big ones: Shameless,
yes.
Showtime,
Yes.
and this. I guess it maybe wasn't even that big, but Spartacus was big.
Spartacus was pretty big.
Sopranos obviously was fucking huge. The number one TV show, if you look on IMDb, is Band of Brothers. It's a mini series, and that's
Yeah.
HBO. It's on my list to watch.
And that's what
My
HBO.
mom raves about Veep, and Veep wins so many awards.
Yeah.
It's
I've never seen it, but apparently it's
Big Little Lies on HBO is very good.
I have to watch
because
that.
they can do that production quality. That's people get invested.
I mean, it's
Well,
called
and they have a
home
big
box
budget.
office.
They have
It's
a
like-
big
They
budget
have the- and
for
they- yeah.
one TV show.
Yeah.
Whereas
HBO
Netflix
home box
is
office. They kind of
yeah.
that's how they
I've
literally
their
home
shit,
box
yeah.
office.
I mean, have you guys ever watched Barry? No,
I wanna watch it after
Barry's,
that.
Barry's funny. That's a good
Amazing.
show.
My mom
It's a
said-
good show, and it's.
I've heard other people say
I watched one episode, and I want to watch it. I could easily binge the show, not because what happened was.
I'm not a big Bill Hader fan. That's
I
my biggest
like
problem.
Bill Hader.
I'm not either.
I hate him.
I don't find him that funny.
I don't find him funny at all. Yeah.
But in this show, he's just
I
like
love
this
the concept
weird
of
dude who's trying to make it work for
I love
himself
it.
and will get himself in
'Cause
situations.
he's a hitman.
He's a
but
hitman,
like
but trying to be an actor.
Yeah, I know. And that
So
sounds
weird.
awesome.
And
that
one
Nerd
episode-
Rider video I watched.
Nerd,
made me,
Nerd Rider will make you
and that's
really want to see like tons of shit.
And that's why I think
that's why
Watchmen-
I was wanted to look at Barry again. And I was like,
Watchmen could be good.
I think Watchmen will be good because I love the
Watchmen's a
huge the Watchmen movie.
huge comic.
The Watchmen movie is one of my favorite movies.
Watched it like I don't want to say a couple months ago, like or a couple 6 months ago, like again, but it was like a month ago. I watched it.
The end of that movie is one of my favorite end of movies.
Why?
Just the idea of spoilers if you haven't seen Watchmen. It's
It's
such
old
an
now.
old movie now, Well, the idea that you needed to unite this world that was clearly on the brink of world war to have them all target one enemy who isn't even the real enemy is just it's a concept that's very interesting to me. People are banded together more by hatred than they are by love.
The problem I have with this new movie,
Damn, that hit hard.
or not new movie, the show is the one preview where there's like 50 Rorschachs.
Yeah, that was a weird. That was
weird, and they're like, I mean, I get it, like he's not the like greatest guy, but like
no,
they look like they're like Ku Klux Klan members,
and then
I'm like, what the fuck
is
going on?
I really
here?
did get that vibe.
That's what I was like,
and it's weird.
What? And I'm like, what is going on here? He's a very interesting character. He's a very cool character. The reason
Watchmen has that ability to be dark, just like Game of Thrones does.
Oh yeah,
Watchmen can have the same thing as Game of Thrones, where if someone dies,
murder him. Yeah,
you can murder anybody at any time. Especially if you have 50 Rorschachs, kill one a week. Who cares?
Yeah, so I wonder what the hell's going on with that.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that picture. It's a very like
I was like, what
clansy.
the fuck is going on here?
I was like, this is how you guys want to portray this? Like,
yeah.
Very weird, but
we'll see.
That's why I think that show, because you could have the same thing as Game of Thrones, where you want to kill someone off, do it.
Yeah.
Then I was seeing that James McAvoy show that they showed at the.
Oh yeah.
That thing looked.
What was going on? That
interesting.
was crazy.
It was like all.
I'm not sure.
We were when we were downstairs.
Okay. But it's that looked fucking.
That looked crazy.
It looked intriguing. Yeah. And then the other thing I was gonna say is.
Problem is they're putting out a few right now too. Maybe they're dropping their quality, like we're saying.
Well, because Game of Thrones.
Well, I think they're trying to also. They gotta compete with Netflix.
Is that what you said, or Amanda said? They got the longer intro. Don't unsubscribe from HBO Go on the last episode of.
I think Amanda said that.
Well, I think because it's just like, I think that would be the worst thing HBO to do. To try to match Netflix would, because you can't beat Netflix on that.
Well, I think they're trying to get enough. Well, that's the thing is Netflix can cover so many bases.
Speaking of,
they're just throwing shit.
Speaking of that, did you guys see last week Hulu took control? Disney took control of Hulu.
Oh, so there goes anything on Netflix or is stuff already gone on?
They already did that.
Disney,
they haven't done completely because they're already doing
Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yeah,
that's coming out later this year, and so now they're thinking they might merge it. If not, Disney owns it now.
Well, honestly,
or they don't own it. They've already so from what I read, I'm not sure. I saw a bunch of people like Disney just bought Hulu. No, they already had 33 1/3%.
Now they just bought the rest.
So they just, since they have enough to control, like they have the most, whatever, they just said, all right, we take control. We're taking it.
Well, there's a lot of like side subscription movie thing. So like if you are really into DC,
there's the new
DC.
There's the DC one, which I almost did because
Dan loves that fucking the Robin, or where he says
there's the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Teen Titans live action.
I've heard that's good.
I've heard that, and then they got the Doom Squad that just came out.
Well, I want to do it because of
with Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser,
your hero.
Well, no, I
love Sinbad.
I almost bought that subscription just for Young Justice, the show, the animated. You didn't like it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
was doing a face.
It's just a DC animated Young Justice, and you can only watch the third season. And people had been wanting this third season to come out for like 3 years.
Where can you watch the first two?
Well, now you can only watch it on the app, if you have that subscription. But it was on Netflix, and like it wasn't popular when it first came out. I think it was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
And it wasn't. It didn't have a big thing until it came on Netflix, and the ability to binge watch a show.
Oh, Netflix will
boost a bitch, yeah.
Because who wants to watch a weekly cartoon show? You're not going to get invested in that.
I watch Rick and Morty.
That's the thing with
true.
Netflix also is all these different channels have their stuff on Netflix. Disney's coming out with Disney Plus, so they're thinking anything Disney probably can get ripped off of Netflix.
They've already done most of it.
And then NBC is making a NBC app like that.
So NBC's on Hulu.
Everything could be an app.
NBC's on Hulu, and it's owned by Comcast. This was a thing. Comcast has 5 years to decide to be pulled now that Disney took Hulu.
Oh, okay.
Well,
because they're thinking that Netflix is going to take a hit from a lot of this because people are all going to start making their own.
Yeah, but
one-stop shops for all their content.
When you transform and Hulu is still huge, but Netflix is way bigger.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, you can try.
I wonder if they'll be
Disney will be the one that gets it
But
just
then
for the kids.
that's the thing with then Amazon Prime, they don't really have. I don't think they have too much now that people like. What do they have? They have Grand Tour.
I see a lot of Amazon Prime same shows on Hulu is the thing.
Okay.
I'll see literally they go. They must get the same deals because they literally at the same time will get the same movies.
Okay.
I see it.
But I
all
mean
the
like
fucking time.
originals.
But originals, so they have the Grand Tour. They have that like.
Who has Handmaid's Tale?
That's Amazon Prime. Oh no, that's Hulu.
That's Hulu, right?
So that one's big. There's a few on Hulu. But Netflix has the one. I think it's The Man in the High Castle, or it's basically where the Nazis didn't lose,
I have heard
and
that.
future is different.
Okay.
And there's a few others,
And then
which
Amazon
the Grand Tour is.
And then the other reason I'm interested in Amazon Prime is the that Lord of the Rings series I was talking about. And then what's the one that Sharon likes?
Yeah. Time.
Time Club.
We were literally just talking about it.
Fuck.
I want to look that up, and he was just texting me. He always texts me after Game of Thrones, and I was going to ask him about it because
sometime.
basically you watched the video and the guy said it's better
Yeah,
than
there's
Game of Thrones.
a channel
And my
where this
friend-
guy rated it like the top fantasy series to him, and like Game of Thrones he put at 10, and there's like some other ones I never heard of. Harry Potter was in it.
That says
That's
something. That
deep.
says something.
Harry
I
Potter,
don't know if
Lord of
this
the
guy
Rings
can
were
be-
higher, and then number one was the Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
I think it's the Wheel of Time, something like that.
And
yeah,
my buddy has
And-
been, like, he's told me that for a long time.
and they're making a show on it.
Potentially, right?
For Amazon's making a show, and it apparently has a big ass budget, and like it's gonna like follow the series, and it's a lot. So that can, depending on how they do it, I see that's the thing. I don't have anything to reference off of Amazon. It's like,
But you have Amazon Prime and
yeah.
the.
But I don't know if they. I mean, I haven't seen like a original series like that from them where I can go like, ooh, I know what I can kind of expect.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's finally going to be a series on not an anime, but like not one from.
Netflix is doing their own anime.
Well, because now finally
Apparently there's
you can
a couple
get a
good ones.
you can actually get a good animated show now. Rick and Morty had finally like. Because before that, how many really good animated shows were there? That
Family Guy,
Family Guy,
Simpsons,
American Dad, Simpsons,
Dad.
and that was so. That got so played out. Rick and Morty finally gave an option for a good quality animated show.
Adult show. Yeah, because
I guess
you
the-
have your Paradise PDs, your Big Mouths. Your,
I mean, granted,
BoJack Horseman. I
BoJack
feel
Horseman.
like
because granted, there always was.
I don't know.
There
I've
was
never seen that.
there was animated like Naruto and stuff like that, but people were very
It's
off put
like
by
a regular, like not an
It's
anime.
just
type.
anime.
yeah, people were off put by the idea of watching an animated show. But now, with Rick and Morty being so popular, you could probably see a serious.
You know what would be pretty dope? I just thought of you saying that, like a small spin-off Game of Thrones animated thing.
Yeah, where you see some
Prequel.
animated dude getting his head cut off. On
Yeah,
some,
like that'd be sick.
but like
That'd be
not.
cool.
It's just because it's anime doesn't mean it's a joke. Like, because I think the idea of Sausage Party was like that. Was they were trying to make
Adult.
an adult cartoon movie, but I don't think I think they killed it because they threw in a F-bomb every other 3 seconds, and they based it off a hot dog swearing is funny.
Right, is the
They kind of were like, hey, this is
Yeah.
a hot dog swearing. Isn't that enough?
Yeah.
Type of deal.
It
Yeah.
wasn't. They didn't have enough. They just had they had a hot dog
and like
having
murdering.
sex.
No, it was like the murdering of the food is like crazy. It was
Yeah.
like this like shock, funny type thing.
The idea was there. I don't think it was laid out too well.
Executed
well.
But it's interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's the thing is,
I don't
there's so many different
With-
places
yeah.
that are like outlets that are making shows, like high quality
quality, yeah.
shows that who knows where this. I guess phenom, because that's the thing. We're not looking so much. It's not like where the next.
Of
great
course,
show
there's gonna be
is,
many
Yeah.
great shows. It's
but
the
where
next that.
Like,
Oh, no, this-
millions of
everybody's
people because
captivated.
they said that one episode of Game of Thrones was watched by like I can't remember how many fucking
I've-
millions of people.
Growing up, I feel like television wasn't as big as it is right
Well,
now
dude,
in the last
Netflix-
2 or 3.
Dude,
And
this
this
is
is the
golden.
golden age
Netflix,
of
you can record. I mean,
So-
that's been around for a minute. But
every new, because there's everything is new now.
I saw a tweet. It was like people are gonna grow up and not understand, like commercials or something, or missing or no. It was like someone's gonna not understand the fact that or have to deal with the struggle of sprinting to the bathroom at a commercial because of DVR or something.
Or
think of
knowing
Netflix.
if you have enough time to go to the fridge and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and so someone and the comment below it was, couldn't you just pause it?
But yet, no.
And the response to that was, oh sweet child, you know nothing or something.
Well, here's the other thing. As you said that, how many younger kids you think know the word commercial?
Oh,
They know ad.
young.
Ad.
I don't even.
Oh,
Yeah, they know ad.
Everything's an ad.
True.
I don't think there's really. I mean, we still can skip through commercials, but on like Netflix and all this other stuff, the commercials don't exist. Everything's an ad.
Right.
Yeah.
So which I don't even know what the difference really is, but
I'm
that
young.
word is.
What was the other word that they're like? Fuck, what was it? It's not telephone. It's something like crazy where you think of like they literally have no fucking idea.
Well, telephone maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean.
Oh, telephone. Yeah, I bet most people don't have it.
It's phone. It's
I'm-
all phone.
My
phone.
family gets called weird because we still have a house phone.
yeah, same.
People are surprised that I have a house phone.
Fuck, what was the word that like kids will have no idea like what it was? Damn it. There's another word like that. It's like they'll
Well, I mean,
literally have no idea.
I remember when you first. I think you were the first to get TiVo.
Yeah.
And
he
that
had
was
it
like
early.
that was the very first
Everyone
like
called it TiVo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna TiVo it.
yeah, and that was like the first thing of like you could record and
Yeah.
like
And it's like, who the fuck
and
is
I
TiVo?
and I remember when
that
my
stupid
family
TV?
first got the ability to record, you could record something out of TV, but you had to be watching it.
Yeah.
You had to watch it. So what was the point of recording it? Or like, and I remember arguing with my sister because she would be recording on the upstairs TV, watching it in the living room, and then recording something in my room. She successfully used all 3 TVs in the matter of an hour.
And you didn't
And
have
I-
a word to say about it.
And I would
Bitch.
and if you
She
complain,
watches.
And
She
now you
watches
love Gilmore
these.
Girls.
oh my,
She
God.
watches these. So good job, Sam. Fuck that kid. I've been looking into. Obviously, we talked about it earlier. We got rid of our cable. It stopped work. We shut off service on Friday.
You don't even need cable anymore. That's the crazy.
Well, that's the thing.
You don't even
and
need it.
I could get pretty much what my biggest thing that I'm gonna miss is sports.
Oh, yeah.
You can get sports plus 60 channels on Hulu.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
$45.
yeah, I always see those advertisements for.
You can get literally all the channels. I think there was like 2 that I miss. Fuck, now that I think
the
about it,
craziest-
I'm gonna miss out on Rick and
I
Morty.
think the craziest thing I saw they go after now, apps are going after pay-per-view boxing. You can buy fights now. You can buy every pay-per-view fight. You can do a monthly subscription for it now. You don't even need to buy pay-per-view. You don't even need to buy each fight.
I mean, they're still getting it.
What's
so.
ESPN? Isn't ESPN Plus?
ESPN Plus.
That's where you buy the UFCs.
Those
Yeah.
those motherfuckers, they'll dangle fucking shit in front of my face like a good article. I'll see a thing and I'll be like, oh, this sounds like a fantastic article. Click it. You get to read the first I don't know if it's like 500 words, and I don't know. And then you scroll down, and then there's this message
they're
to continue reading. I go,
They're
"You
so good. They're
bitch."
so good at grabbing you.
And it probably only costs like $2, but I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
But yeah, nothing on basic television anymore is safe. Everything's getting taken.
Yeah. So I can add that on Hulu and get basically what I had
You need a Cartoon
for
Network app, I bet.
$45. And if we haven't done it, if it ends up being an issue where I really want it again, I'll have saved like $35.
I mean, yeah. I mean, just
But for now,
everything about what TV once was is that's gone. Everything has their
100%.
everything has
the world is changing.
everything-
Some people
yeah.
are stuck.
everything has its own app. Nickelodeon, watch all the Nickelodeon shows on our app. Watch for little kids. Yeah.
Even my work. Well, the problem is at some point it's going to be too much where you can't.
Can't be that separate.
You can't because people are going to say, I already have 4. I can't add another one. So you
Yeah.
have to stay. And you're still getting paid. Like,
Yeah.
even Disney, like Netflix had to buy those shows from Disney.
Yeah.
But Disney's big enough to where they can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like, but so it's gonna be a pool,
Well,
but it's gonna be a fairly small pool of the big guys.
Yeah.
But I see it even at my work, like, even like in any computer program, it's all fucking subscription based too, like online, and you can
get that month,
and
you
you
get
just
that
get it
you get that
monthly.
monthly,
Yeah.
But it seems so nice because it's so cheap.
Well,
Instead of paying for that one time a year,
the best part about it is you get the updated one when it comes out.
yeah,
That's the best part about it.
Yeah.
And like, we still have at my work the fucking like single key fucking download disc, and it's
obsolete.
Oh, it sucks, dude.
Yeah.
If we get files from new programs, it's like you literally can't open.
Oh yeah, no.
So
True. Everything
it's
is
literally changing.
subscription
Everything is
based.
subscription.
everything is
Everything.
subscription
Subscription
based.
boxes. BK has subscription coffee.
What?
Are you what?
Burger King has that coffee subscription
What is it?
where you pay. Here, I think I can
Oh
actually.
So
this
what,
is
you
brand
like
new
get
to
a
me.
card or something, and you can
The-
show up every day.
And you
So-
just get coffee?
Yeah, you can get a cup of coffee every day.
Oh.
Here, let me. I think you pull it up really
And
quick.
how cheap is a cup of coffee? They probably charge you $10.
It's kind of like that
Oh.
Frosty card.
Dude,
They have that. They have that
coffee
like
is
once a year like Frosty thing where you buy like a card, and every time you
$5
go,
a month.
And you get a cup a day?
One small hot coffee every day.
I mean that's a deal.
$5.
If
Yeah,
you
it's a
drink
deal.
it.
Well, that's
But-
the thing. If you do it,
If
enough.
you do it 3 days a fucking
Yeah,
month,
yeah.
probably
Yeah.
you're saving money.
Because
But
no
they
one's,
know that like
no one's going to BK for a cup of coffee, but if you can get it, that will get you to go to BK.
That's what I
and
was
who
wondering
doesn't
too,
drink
because I'm
coffee?
guessing they don't have that big of a.
the other thing is if like you're okay with the coffee and it's like okay $5, you're technically saving money instead.
Oh,
of,
you're 100%.
But they're
That's what I said.
also-
If you go
they're
probably
making
3
a
times.
ton off of you because they know that not everybody's gonna come every fucking day.
Yeah, 100%.
And you're already there. Might as well buy something. Might as well grab a
Throw a
grab
hash
cent.
brown.
So that's what
the
happened
movie
with the
theater.
movie thing.
Add-ons,
Yeah.
yeah.
They found out you
People
were
were 100%
like
more likely
It was
to
like
buy
no, it
concessions.
was like 100. You would spend 180% more than you normally would on concessions than if your ticket was free.
Yeah.
And they're making you popcorn, which costs 15 cents, and selling it for $6. They're making
6.
Yeah.
I went to me, Chris, and Nita went to the movie theater. I think it was $100 a day for all 3 of us.
Oh yeah.
It's
But so what I'm
ridiculous.
saying so is they make a fuckload on those concessions anyways, and it's the same thing as a hotel.
Yeah.
You're running the movie anyways, so you want as many seats filled as possible. That's why the best hotel motel managers, if it's late at night and somebody rolls in, you drop the price because you have to run the electricity, all that stuff anyways. So a filled room is
At least they're making something.
yeah. As long as you're making more than what you pay the cleanup crew, you're making money.
Well, the Cleo crew's got to pass that door anyways.
Yeah.
You got to go by, and it doesn't take them long to check.
So it's like a known thing. Like the best hotel managers will drop prices at night when they're not going to get
And
melted.
something like BK really, because BK had such a bad reputation for a long time.
Yeah, BK was
getting whooped by McDonald's, so they need.
I mean, they still are. It's not
They
even
still
close.
are, but if you can get a cheap cup of coffee, 30 cups of coffee for free, you're
I
gonna.
mean, that fucking Impossible Burger up here. I want to try it. I went to BK today because they have
What is it?
right by the
What is
Lowe's.
the impossible? What is the? Is it just big?
It's vegan,
It's
It's vegan.
and it's supposedly impossible to tell the difference. And I've heard from
Is it
many
hard?
people it's literally impossible.
That's
why they call it
I've
that.
had
Or
a
I
vegan
put-
burger where I was like, "There's no way I would ever think this is like vegan." It looks like a burger, it tastes like a burger. It's a burger.
It's impossible to do it now with Madison, but I want to try to go vegan. Not vegan. Vegan's ridiculous. Vegetarian. For I don't know, a month.
I give anyone who
A lot of people-
I give anyone who
There's a channel. There's a guy named Wheezy Waiter, and he does all this. He does different things
For like a
month
month?
by month. He'll do I go vegan for a month. I go this for a month. I do this for a month, and he then tells you how he did it, what his obstacles were, and then how he feels. Did it feel any better? And he consults some experts when he does it.
Because
It's pretty
another one
awesome.
I wanted to
I
try.
couldn't do vegan.
I couldn't do vegan. Vegetarian, I think I could do.
Yeah.
The other thing I saw, Tim the Tap Man, he's been doing, which I can do easy. I know you could do it. I'm sure we all. He does like a meal replacement. So he basically doesn't need a lunch, but he has a. Is it a smoothie?
Shake. I know.
It's like a.
As someone who like does a meal prep, you'll do if you're trying to cut weight, you would do a shake instead of a full-on meal.
Yeah, but it's these super healthy. It's a subscription service again. Speaking of that, subscription service to food because they have all those boxed foods, and this is what it is. But they're smoothies, and they're like super vegetarian, healthy, like all the superfoods. And so he does that for his lunches because he's gaming and he doesn't need to eat. And same thing. I know we all can fucking easy skip meals. And I want to do that, but again, with fucking the baby, she eats the food we eat, so it's difficult. And I want to try it out for like a month, and it comes out. And the thing is, it comes out to be like just a couple bucks for your meal too, which is nice, and it's supposedly super healthy.
That's what all those subscriptions are. They're convenient and they're cheap. They're not like you don't seem that expensive.
Yeah.
Because but it's so easy. It makes life so easy.
Well, didn't your mom do? What was the one that she did? Remember she had some meals?
Yeah, she did. She had meals like brought to her.
It's like what the ones that not knocking on her, but like the old people always. What's the one that they always?
Lean, I think it was like lean. It was like a lean cuisine or something. She was doing something wait, she was doing Weight Watchers.
No.
My mother was doing Weight Watchers.
Because like many years ago, my mom had like our literal pantry was filled with them. Like it wasn't Weight Watchers; it was something similar.
Like something like that.
It was literally and like each one was assigned a point. She got like 10 points a meal or whatever.
Yeah.
And like our fucking pantry was filled with just the dumbest shit.
But they are full on meals.
Yeah.
And I say full on meals.
Right. It's portion controlled like crazy.
Yours, I remember your mom's though was like that one that I always see commercials of. And it was like the OG one before like the blue aprons and all that other shit.
Yeah, because we did HelloFresh, which was really good actually.
It's
really
my
nice.
sister did blue apron.
I think your sister.
She liked it.
Yeah, I love it.
It makes it super easy.
Anybody like my brother, when he moves out, he should 100% do it.
If you're
like
you want to cook,
dope. Like because they're super quick. They give you literally everything. That's the thing is you buy at the store and you get all this excess shit.
You'll buy this one seasoning that you need for this one dish that you are going to use in 3 months for this same dish.
Yeah,
and not another 3 months.
They're really good deals.
Yeah,
especially for 1 or 2 people. Like 4 people, it might be. I mean, it's still a good deal, I think. But like if I was a single dude like living, fuck yeah. You don't have to go to the store. That's another.
When you get more people though, it always. I mean, I get it because it's like overcomplicated, and people have different tastes. And it's like
that's the problem too.
For anyone doing like when I tried doing the meal prep again, you had full on services that will bring you weeks full of what the protein is, what the micro like the macros are, what is everything you need, the carbs. They'll bring it right to your door.
My realtor,
pop it in the microwave.
My realtor had it, and we would go look at houses and stuff. My buddy from high school, and he had a special bag.
Yeah,
and it had, was it 27 little slots? It looked like a fucking like what I envision you throwing mail into, like in mailboxes, just like slots, And he just had little tiny meals, little compartments in this, and it was his lunchbox, but it was like a fucking huge thing, like a suitcase, and they were all. Because it was like he would have like, I can't remember how many meals a day, and it was crazy. And it was like little like protein, a lot of proteins and stuff like that, and it was crazy.
And it will tell you all the nutrients in that one meal. I didn't do it because I don't make that much. I know it's a little. More
it
expensive.
Was expensive. I remember he told me it was expensive as
That is expensive because it comes cooked. It comes prepped for you. Everything is proportioned perfectly for what you need.
It was expensive. I can't remember what it was, but it was
But again, it's just another monthly subscription. Yeah. Give them exactly what you want and you get it back. But that's a little more of a pricey one.
Yeah. Because I've been trying. I know Zach when he was on here. He talked
3 minutes.
Zach talked about his intermittent fasting.
Yeah, I've tried that. I can't do it. You have to eat a lot. You have to eat all your meals in a very short amount of time. So I'm not good at being full.
I mean, the way he said it sounds pretty easy to me.
It's easy, but like you have to be able to be full. And I don't like the feeling of being full. I feel sluggish if I'm full, and you have to eat all your meals in.
Well,
I also.
I mean, his
I
is
also
not
eat-
like. I feel like you're looking at it like the very technical term. I don't know if you heard what he said. Like, he basically just doesn't eat from when he gets home from work until obviously he goes to bed, and then obviously until he wakes up. So basically, he eats from, let's say, 8 a.m. breakfast time till 5 in the afternoon, in the evening.
Yeah.
So he'll have a breakfast, but he doesn't like breakfast. So he'll just eat like a lunch, and like he can snack throughout the day. He just won't eat for 8 hours when he gets home.
Yeah.
And 8 hours while he's sleeping, obviously.
I've done. I couldn't do that. I've tried it. It just wasn't for me.
Because for me, honestly, I mean, that just means skipping dinner, which, easy.
You're not supposed to skip a meal when you do it, though. Is he skipping his meal?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean. Well, I was trying to gain muscle. So
I was gonna say you're looking at I mean, you're huge, so that's different. He was losing weight.
Yeah, he was trying to lose, which is it's a fat burning process.
Yeah, and I mean he looks like he's real thin, so.
Sure.
Again, that was another one that doesn't really work with the child.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not going to work with a child.
Yeah.
It all gets harder. That's why it's called the dad bod.
I lost mine.
You lost the dad bod?
Yeah, I've been losing too much weight.
Oh god, it's crazy. I didn't realize how it can fluctuate. I've dropped when just not eating properly, like when not doing, like I've dropped 8 pounds because I skipped 2 meals in a week.
So I weigh myself on Monday nights. I've been doing it for like 5 weeks now, and I don't really take it that serious. And I still have the dad bod. I don't really care. I'm just in better shape than I was. But like, yeah, I only work out I work out 6 days, not Sunday nights. And yeah, like my thing is I've lost 7 pounds, then gained 7 pounds.
I've done the same thing. It's
then I
weird.
dropped 7 pounds. Then I like gained. No. So I think my last week was the first week where I lost in 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, okay. It's my stuff is always going up and down because I'm not doing something properly.
Yeah. Well, I think I wasn't gaining muscle yet. I'm also not too worried. I'm not worried really much at all about the scale.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the mirror.
Oh yeah. Scale is, unless you're trying, I don't care much about the scale. I really don't care about the scale really at all. I mean,
mine's always been look and feel.
That's.
I mean, the number thing, you can kind of get caught up in that sometimes, but
Well, it just helps as a
a gauge.
Yeah.
But I mean, the feel, honestly, at least with me, has been like, I can always tell, like, I kind of know where.
like tired wise, like you get tired.
Tired, just like.
Oh yeah.
I feel sluggish, or I'll wake up and I don't
really have
feel
that
the
much.
same.
I don't know.
Like
I'd say
I do on like when I was a little lighter, a little more healthy, and then also with what I eat. Oh my god! Depending on what I eat, I can feel it.
Oh, no.
100%.
I would say I'm definitely when weight definitely affects the sluggish feeling for me. That's a huge thing.
Is it?
Yeah,
No, I'm serious.
Oh, no.
I
got him slightly just rubbing the knee right now. But no, I can definitely feel when I'm at a weight that I feel good at. Even if I'll feel heavy or I'll feel like I have no energy, and that's usually actually when I'm on one of my lower weights. Is I'll get that like.
Well, yeah. If you don't have enough shit in your system, and you're like, it's your body's like just burning your fucking.
Which I would say is why it's actually confusing, because sometimes I'll look in the mirror, but I hate the way I feel. So actually, how I feel might be the most important at this point.
I don't know. I guess I'm difficult to judge my feel.
Well, you're a dad. You're always tired.
No. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. The feel one's weird for me. I guess I just don't really pay much attention, kind of.
I can I would say that's probably like I can feel like I won't want to go to the gym.
See, and what I'm trying to do is when I say workout, I'm super light. I'm doing it for now. I think I'm gonna keep it this way because I'm not trying to get fucking ripped. I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm just trying to be a little healthier because I I don't want to get sore. I don't want to fucking be like, I'm not going. I'm not working out. Because once I get sore and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired from yesterday's workout, that's when I go, oh, I could skip today, right?
Yeah.
And I go, fuck this. So I just do it light, so I get the workout in, and I do something. Because I've done that before where I'm
that's
my
what
fucking arms the next day. Like, I'm not going today because I can't feel anything. Which is the worst.
When I first got back into working out, because I worked out a little bit freshman year, a little bit sophomore year, and then I completely gave up junior year. That's how I started. And then once I started really caring, that's when I started getting heavier. And then, honestly, I stopped caring once I started, because I did start feeling, you're like in pain. It's like, it's not pain, but it's like, you don't want to just sit on a couch and feel like you can't move your body.
Yeah.
When you have to be functional.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about any of that shit. Like,
you gotta be. I mean,
everything.
If you're happy, you're fucking happy.
That's what.
If you're fucking happy,
that's why
be happy with who the fuck.
And that's why I don't. And that's why I always said I never worked out, because I'm like, I don't. What I see in the mirror, I don't hate enough to do something about it.
Yeah.
And I'm still not even that way. I just want to be more active, and it wouldn't hurt to.
I think the only reason I think I got back into working out because I like played a game of basketball one time with my friends when I was in the worst shape at my one point. And like I like ran up and down the court twice as a 21-year-old and like nearly hacked up a fucking lung. And I was like, yeah, I can't.
Just wait till you're 27.
Well, that's why I wanted to start working out now, so when I am 27, I literally don't hack up that fucking lung on the fucking court.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I got married at 24? Just before 24?
I was 18.
When you got married?
When he got married, I was 18.
Yeah, so it was just before my 24th birthday. And I don't want to say I was in the best shape of my life, but like for my adult age,
yeah,
I was like, yeah, pretty good. And so in the 3.5 years since then, I mean, I gained 30 pounds.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And that's just from, and I didn't do anything different really. So you just fucking wait. You better keep that working out.
I will keep
boy.
It's just the main thing, and the biggest thing is the diet. Diet is.
Well, yeah.
I like food. I like food way too much to go.
Yeah, you
like I said, on the way.
Caesars too much.
I do love those. Again, S tier. That's S tier pizza right there.
Like little Caesars.
Yeah.
Too much.
Actually, I haven't had it in like 3 months. I'm pretty sad.
We had it
that.
for one of the podcast days.
Well, I'm sad I missed that day.
That's probably the day you shouldn't have been. No, it wasn't. It was well before that. Yeah.
Well, we used to eat it all the time for UFCs.
Yeah. Well, a specific person's house.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
We're deep.
What is it? Yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock.
Over 2 hours, 2 episodes.
Yeah, it was good.
Cool.
We did it.
You
did do it.
He did it.
All right.
I don't know why you're waving. It was a champion thing.
Bye.
You have a fist.
Hopefully you had fun.
Well, I did. I had a great time.
Come back again later.
Yeah.
Hopefully Mike can be a little more talkative next time.
No.
He's not allowed to be.
We can't. We don't want him.
Okay, get the chain.
On too many topics. We let him do it once in a while. We get him get his quote in.
Yeah, he got his quote. He got his moment.
You want to repeat it for the people?
It had something to do with a warm butthole.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, something about a warm
If your
butthole.
butthole's warm, you can make some money.
Yeah. As long as your butthole's warm.
His motto.
Wise words.
You can make some money.
So, yeah.
Okay.
We'll see you people next week.
Peace
next
out.
time.
We're going to go drive. Well,
three of us
are going to drive
three
home.
of us.
And then
You
go
got a long
sleep.
drive.
I do have a long drive.
I
I got I got 2 softball games tomorrow. I'm tired.
Oh, no. Softball.
Okay.
Peace out.